Hey everyone, what's up? This is Simon from DevDectic and the Ionic Academy. In this video, I will show you how you can easily use the Google API for YouTube to get data from YouTube without using OAuth, but only using an API key. So I've started a blank new Ionic app, and the first thing you need to do is create a new app in the Google Developer Console. So I've already created one. And once you get your app, you go to library and then you go ahead and search for YouTube. There are a few APIs, but the one we want to use is the YouTube Data API. So go into this one, and in the beginning, this will say enable. So click enable. For me, it's already enabled. And also, if you enable it, the API the first time, this might take 5 or 10 minutes until it's working inside your app. So if you implement the app and it's not working immediately, just wait a few moments and then hopefully everything will work. What we then need is an API key. So go to credentials, click create credentials, API key, and then you will get a new API key which we can use. This would be right here. I will delete this for now as I already got one. So now we can focus on our app and we will need this API key in a second. So first of all, let's create some stuff. So we need a new page, which we call playlist. And also we need a new provider, which we call YouTube. So with the current Ionic CLI, we don't get a module file for our playlist. So if you want to use lazy loading, you need to add a module file by hand. There are examples out there, so it's always the same, but just so you know, perhaps you already got a module file now. The API changes from time to time. They're not always making these changes visible upfront, so yeah, deal with it, and I think you will handle it right. What we also need is a Cordova plugin. So install the Cordova plugin YouTube video player, because this will help us to launch YouTube videos inside the native video player of a device. We will use, in this example, perhaps only the browser preview, but if you run it on a real device, this will open the native YouTube app and play the video inside that environment. So make sure, if you add the Cordova plugin, to also install the npm package from Ionic Native. And then we're almost ready to start coding, but there's one more thing. So right inside your config XML, you need to add this preference for Android. So YouTube data API key, and then the value of your key, the one we had right here. Oh, that's not the one. Yes, that's it. So I'm using it in the browser for now, so I won't need it. But if you run it on Android, make sure you got this one. Okay, so let's see. Our YouTube provider is here. We also need the HTTP module because we will make HTTP requests. So add Angular HTTP, and finally import it to our imports. We got the YouTube provider, but we also need the YouTube video player, which comes from Ionic Native YouTube video player. There it is. Yes, like this. And add this one to your providers as well. And now we're finally ready to get started. So let's dive into our provider. I'll remove a bit of this, perhaps of that. And then we want to implement two functions. First, get playlists for channel. So we want to search for playlists of a channel. and we will pass in a channel ID and hopefully get back the playlists of that channel. And afterwards we will dive into a channel, and then we want to we dive into a playlist, and when we want to get the list videos of that list ID. Okay, those are our two functions, and we should define our API key up front because we want to use it in our requests. So again, let's copy it and paste it. So this one will return an observable, and we will use HTTP get request to a URL. So let me copy this part in. Okay, like this. So Google APIs, apis.com, YouTube, version 3, playlists, and then we got our API key. And then you could add some more stuff. The first thing we need is of course our channel ID, which is the channel we passed. Sorry, more space. And then you can also, oh come on, no. Okay, you could add some more parameters. We're using the playlist, so we can go into the documentation and see. We got some of this, we got list. I think we want list. So then you can see playlist, this is the get request, and then here are some parameters we could specify. We also already used the channel ID, and then there are a few more we could use, like max results or stuff like this. And we use part equals snippet. So this will give us a short, this will give us some information about the playlist, and we can also say max results 20. Of course, this is completely up to you what you want to specify at this point, but I think this should work for now. Finally, we need to map the result to JSON, but we also want to do something else. So we map it to JSON, and then we're directly accessing the items array because this is the interesting part of the response. Same counts for this one, but in this case we're not using playlists, but playlist items. Key still the same, but now we use playlist ID with a playlist, which ID? Oh, list ID, okay. With a list ID, and we also want part snippet ID and max result 20, and that's all for our provider at this point. Now let's go to our home and home HTML. So first of all, make sure to import your YouTube provider. Come on, I am really bad at typing currently, I don't know why. Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay, playlists will be an observable of the type, let's say, any array. And of course, import observable from rxjs observable. Okay, now he's happy. Also, we need a variable which will be our ng model for the search field, and I will already give it an ID because I don't want to type this ID, and we can easily make a search to this channel ID, which is of course the channel ID of my own channel, the video you're currently watching. So perhaps we also need an alert controller, you never know, and import it from Ionic Angular, and there you go. Now if we hit search for a playlist, it's actually quite easy. So we only set our own playlist to this .youtube provider. get playlists for channel, and this will be the channel ID we have. We can also subscribe to this just for a demo case. So let's see, and then we can show the data of the response, because there are quite a few fields, quite many fields actually. And inside the error block, we might show an alert. So this alert create, no create, and then whatever, title error, message, no playlists found, that channel ID, it might happen, and buttons, in that case only, okay, no other options. And don't forget the thing I always forget, to present it. Alright, that's the first search playlist. And once we got the playlist, we also want to dive into a playlist. So we implement open playlist with ID, and this will use our nav controller and push a new page. Normally I would now use playlist page, but as we're not using lazy loading in this example, I will go ahead with playlist page, so it will be imported up here, and we pass the ID through to this page. I just think, oh yeah, in that case we need to add the playlist page right here and here as well to our module if we are not using lazy loading. So now this should work. Let's see. Okay, of course we haven't implemented the view, so let's go to the view, and we call this playlist search. Color will be danger, because this matches the YouTube red. So remove this, and first of all we need our input field, so make it an ion item if you want, with a label, perhaps stacked, call it channel ID. Oh, sorry, I already got that one. Nice. Then we got the actual ion input. Type should be text in this case, and the ng model is our channel ID. Alright, and below, I think I had a shortcut for the ion button, but I don't know where it is. So ion button, and the click event will trigger search playlists. I hope we call it like this. Search playlists, yes. And we can also say it's disabled when we haven't added anything. So if channel ID is equal to an empty string. So color, of course, also danger. It's a really dangerous app here. So search playlists, and then we can search for playlists. And now we only need a way to display the data of our playlists. So we use ion list. No padding, should look good for the items we create. So these will be only buttons, and we will go over the lists of playlists, and of course it's an observable, so we use the async pipe here. On click we call open playlist, and we will pass in the list ID of our current object. And inside this button we can now go a bit crazy and use some stuff of the response. So we actually got a little thumbnail for each playlist, which is quite cool. So why not use it? Image, and this will be in snippet, thumbnails. Yes, we will dive into the response in a second, but I already know it's at that place. Finally, what we of course need is list.snippet.title. So you see, this is why we included snippet in the query, and finally list.snippet published at, and we use the date pipe. Sometimes I really love Angular and how easy it is. All right, let's see. Okay, perfect. We got an error. What was it? Some quotes. Yes. Oh, I was already celebrating my great implementation. So here is our channel ID I specified. You could, of course, use something else. So let's hit search playlists. And then you can see we got the playlist of my own channel and we got this data object. So we got 8 playlists and each playlist has an ID and also this snippet. And inside the snippet we got like the channel title, published at, the title again, or the real title of the playlist is the channel title, and then the thumbnails where we used, I think, a standard one. So all of the data is right in the response. You just have to dig in and perhaps include even more if you want something else. Why is there so much padding? I don't know. I thought we had less padding. But anyway, I think for now this one should look good. And now we want to show the videos of that playlist. So the part now is really simple as we're already pushing the next page with the right ID. So inside the constructor, we can now say let list ID is this.navparams get, and I think we passed ID. And same like before, we got an observable array. Oh, now it works, nice. And that's it. Okay, and we can say this videos equals the provider we have to import, private YouTube provider. There it is. Get list videos for our list ID, and this will hopefully return all the videos of that list. Also, we want to implement open video for a specific video, and here we could now make a little switch. So I will implement this with platform and also the what was its name, YouTube video player. Yes, like this, but we will call it YouTube. Okay, so now we can check if this .platform is Cordova. So in case we are running on a device, we want to open it in the native YouTube app. So we use YouTube open video. There's only one function to play one video. It just needs the video ID, and this should be in video snippet resource ID video ID. Perhaps we add a little log here as well for debugging. So video data, so we can take a look at this one as well. But this should open hopefully the video player, and otherwise we can call window open. I think the URL should be something like this. So YouTube watch with a video, and then let's hope it's the same like this, and finish it. Okay, the last missing part, of course, the view. Of course, we need the dangerous color again. We're still living dangerous. So this is a playlist. And now inside the Ion content, we got only the Ion list of items. Perhaps I can copy a bit of this. So button Ion item, let video of videos, and on click open video with the video item. We got the thumbnail, which should be a video snippet thumbnails, right? And same for this, but let's use the description here. All right, we search for my playlists. We go to the Ionic Quick Wins, and there is our list of video data. Again, each object has an ID, a snippet. Here's the description. Is it shown actually? Or is it the title? Like this. Yes, now we also got the description right below. So upgrade to Ionic 3 lazy loading is the title, and the description, whatever it is. Channel ID, thumbnails, and in resource ID we can find our video ID, which is what we used here, resource video ID. So hopefully if I click this now, yes, there's the video, and this should work for all videos. Yes. All right, so I think this is the end of our video. You have seen how to implement a Google service without using OAuth, so only using the API key. You can request YouTube data, go into and get all the data you needed for your app. And of course, this is not only limited to the YouTube API. I don't know for how many this works with the API key, but I guess there are quite a few. It's not only YouTube. That would really surprise me. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more Ionic videos, and also check out the ionicacademy.com if you're interested in truly learning Ionic. I hope to see you in the next video. Have a great day and take care.